think he just joined. Okay, sorry, Dan Bernal. George Blumenthal,
Here.
Linda Boxer,
Present.
Elena Flowers,
Present.
Judy Gasson,
Here.
Steve Julesgaard,
Here.
Linda Malkus,
Here.
Adriana Padilla,
Here.
Jonathan Thomas,
Here.
Art Torres. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Marianne. Moving to the agenda, the first item on the agenda is the consent calendar. Does anyone wish to move one of the items, which would be the CERM business meeting policy or the donations gift policy, out of the consent calendar? I don't see any hands. So may I have a motion to approve the items that are in the consent calendar, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Steve.
Second.
Was that JT seconding it?
I think let's give it to George.
Okay, George, thank you. Is there any discussion from the members of the Governance Subcommittee at this time? I don't see any hands raised. Are there any questions or comments from outside, from the public? Okay,
Aye.
apparently
Yeah.
not. All right. Then we have a motion on the table, and Marianne, would you call the roll, please?
Kim Barrett,
Aye.
George Blumenthal,
Yes.
Linda Boxer,
Yes.
Elena Flowers,
Yes.
Judy Gasson,
Yes.
Steve Julesgaard,
Yes.
Linda Malkus,
Yes.
Adriana Padilla,
Yes.
Jonathan Thomas.
Yes.
Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you, Marianne. Action item number 5 is consideration of amendments to the CERM travel policy, and I believe Pune has a presentation for us.
Thank you, Chairwoman and subcommittee members. I'm going to put the presentation up now. Do you all see it?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. I'll get started then. So I just wanted to introduce myself, Pune Simpson, Director of Finance, and I wanted to give you an update on where we started with. So the current policy that we have was last updated in 2017. It does follow the UC travel guidelines, and they recently updated their policies, so we updated ours, which is what's before you today. Currently, we don't have guidance in some areas of our travel policy with regards to things like airport parking, subsistence restrictions, and overnight lodging restrictions. So those are things we added. And the one-stop state travel program did not exist back when this policy was written. It's called Concur, and we added that into the policy. So just want to show you what we did change. The categories of change are federal and state laws that we added, insurance requirements that we added, and procedural updates. And I'll go into more detail on these 3 categories. For federal changes, we added some IRS reporting updates. The window of reporting travel reimbursement request was 31 days. They've changed theirs to 45 days, so that's reflected. And the impact on our staff is if somebody takes more than 45 days to submit their claim, the reimbursement could be considered income and reportable to the IRS. And the federal Fly America Act was adopted by the UCs, and we do include it in our policy now, which encourages travelers to fly American Airlines. So with state changes, we had 3 different areas. One was we updated our definitions. We added things like domestic partner to our definitions, which was missing in the past. We added prohibitions imposed by AB 187 on travel to 23 states with discriminatory laws, and that number changes. So we provide reference on where to go to get the latest list of states that we cannot travel to. We added sustainable travel options per executive order to support the reduction of greenhouse gases and emission and use of zero emission vehicles where possible. And then with regards to insurance coverage, we incorporated state insurance requirements and highlighted the use of the appropriate travel tools to ensure that insurance is included when our employees travel. So with some procedural updates, we established that the state of California one-stop travel program called Concur is CERM's official travel provider. Concur offers maximum benefits to our employees and value to CERM, including pre-negotiated airfare and rental cars. And trips planned through Concur include travel insurance, which is part of what we're trying to make sure our travelers have. Also, we added some procedural restrictions related to subsistence reimbursement when employees are within the vicinity of our headquarters. We added new forms of lodging, such as non-commercial facilities like Airbnb, and we clarified reimbursement claim documentation for proper auditing. We added language that failure to secure advanced approval may result in denial of claim. And I want to, at this point, explain that we followed many of these already, but it just hadn't been in our policy. So it wasn't that we weren't collecting enough documentation, it's that we've now clearly outlined what we're looking for. So with that, I would like to ask the subcommittee to approve the updated travel policy to conform to the UC policy and in keeping with CERM's mission and its responsibilities as a state agency.
Judy, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much, Pune.
Absolutely.
I would like to request a motion to approve the updates to the travel policy.
I move that the updates to the travel policy be approved.
Thank you, Steve.
Second.
Thank you, Kim. We have a motion on the table. Are there any questions or comments from members of the Governance Subcommittee? George, you're on mute.
Just a quick question. Do these policies apply not just to CERM employees, but also to grantees as well?
No, they only apply to CERM employees.
Okay.
Thank you, Pune. Other questions from members of the Governance Subcommittee? Okay, I don't see any hands raised. Are there any questions or comments from members of the public?
There are none.
Okay. In that case, Marianne, would you call the roll, please?
Kim Barrett,
Aye.
George Blumenthal,
Yes.
Linda Boxer,
Yes.
Elena Flowers,
Yes.
Judy Gaston,
Yes.
Steve Julesgard,
Yes.
Linda Malkus,
Yes.
Adriana Padilla,
Yes.
Jonathan Thomas.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you very much, Marianne. At this point in time, we're going to go into a closed session. So I would ask if Karen would read us into a closed session, please.
Certainly. We're going into closed session for discussion of personnel and in particular the compensation for CERM CEO president. This is pursuant to Government Code Section 11126, Division A, and Health and Safety Code Section 125290.30 F3D.
Thank you.
Steve, you've got to join the room. I think there's something that popped up
Sorry,
for you.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay, of course.
As soon as Marianne or Maria confirm that we're all back, we will proceed.
It looks like you guys all made it back.
Okay, we didn't leave anyone in the breakout room. Okay, like to request a motion that the compensation for the CIRM CEO and president be equivalent to the 50th percentile for level 10, which is $569,000.
So move.
This is,
I second
to
that.
clarify, this is a recommendation. This is a motion for a recommendation that the compensation be set.
This is a motion for recommendation. Thank you.
Okay.
Who approved it?
George, I'm
And I second
making
it.
the motion.
I second it.
Okay. Are there any comments or questions from the members of the Governance Subcommittee?
This is Beth. Just quickly, I didn't see who the second was.
Linda.
Linda.
Malkus.
Linda Malkus?
Thank you very much.
I don't see any hands raised. Are there any questions or comments from members of the public?
There are none, Judy.
Okay. Seeing none, I would request Marianne to call the roll, please.
Kim Barrett,
Aye.
George Blumenthal,
Yes.
Linda Boxer,
Yes.
Elena Flowers,
Yes.
Judy Gasson,
Yes?
Steve Jules Gillard. Steve? Oh, you're on mute.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. Linda Malkus,
Yes.
Adriana Padilla,
Yes.
Jonathan Thomas.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you very much, Marianne. That concludes the action items on today's agenda. Is there any public comment on any of the matters discussed today or otherwise?
There are none, Judy.
Okay. In that case, we can adjourn this meeting. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judy. Bye-bye.
Excellent meeting.
Thanks, Judy.
Bye.